Again,
You're
telephone.
not listening.
You're not listening. Stop crying. Stop that. Telephone pictures say 1,000 words. Stop it. This boo-hoo, cry means nothing.
Okay.
See? No tears. Nothing.
Oh, I got none now.
I know, because they're not real.
Oh, yeah.
I don't fall for those
Okay.
tears.
The absolute audacity of this entitled ex-wife trying to gaslight a judge with crocodile tears after forging her ex-husband's signature. Get ready for the most satisfying $64,000 reality check you've ever seen.
We will go on the record in the matter 22 FA45 in re the marriage of Timothy Ainsley and Rachel Ainsley. Appearances are we have both parties appearing in person without counsel. We're set here today in this matter for a contempt hearing. We were here previously on November 8th, 2024, in which we had a little bit of a hearing, and the parties were instructed to bring all evidence and information for the court to present here today. At the last hearing, Ms. Ainsley informed the court that she was prepared to proceed with an accepted offer of the house for November 22nd for tomorrow to sell the house. And she needed Mr. Ainsley to sign off on everything. And that's why the court scheduled the final hearing for today. Mr. Ainsley, this is your contempt hearing, and so you have the burden of proof. I'm going to have both parties stand, raise your right hands, be sworn in.
Do you swear that the testimony you're about to provide to the court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
All right, you may be seated. You may begin with your testimony.
Yes, ma'am. After the divorce was final, we came to an agreement that day on everything that was supposed to be surrendered to me. And she agreed on that. Well, being that there was a restraining order, no contact order in place, I had to come to court and get a court date set. It was signed by Commissioner Krupa for 2 days on a Friday and on a Saturday and Sunday to go retrieve my property. And the agreement was she was not to be on the property or on the property when she was supposed to have everything staged in the driveway with all my personal property. And I went out that day and some of the items were out in the driveway. And I pulled in, started getting stuff. Here she comes. She had her boyfriend or whatever, fiance, whatever, doesn't matter. But she was there. And I automatically just had an anxiety attack. So I just got what was in the driveway, left. And therefore I couldn't go back the next day because, I mean, she was there and that was, you know, that was a violation, really. I couldn't go back. She was there. And to my knowledge, she refused to let me go to the property while she is not there and not have access to anything that was in the home or my personal belongings or my four-wheelers and everything like that. And my pontoon, my chainsaw. I had I got a list here of stuff that was, and I did retrieve a few things, and what was there was damaged and beyond repair. I mean, it was destroyed. The hole drilled through the block of the four-wheeler, the lawnmower. I mean, everything I had was just what I got. We did retrieve that was in the driveway was totally destroyed.
Formerly known as Ms. Ainsley. Were you at the property when Mr. Ainsley went to retrieve his?
I was in the house, yes.
Why were you at the property?
I had nowhere to go. And I had to get his stuff out.
You were specifically told at the hearing with Commissioner Krupa on September 28th, 2023, that you were not to be anywhere on that physical property.
I didn't have a choice.
You did have a choice because Commissioner Krupa said not to be on that physical property, not to be on that residence at all.
I didn't have no idea what time he was supposed to even be coming.
It
Was I supposed to
says,
stay gone all day?
you did know, and I can tell you right now, you did know because it says pickup times, September 30th, 2023, between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. and October 1st, 2023, between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. So you knew exactly when he was gonna be there.
The absolute audacity. She really stood there in a court of law and thought she could gaslight a judge who literally has the receipts right in front of her. Playing the victim while actively destroying your ex's property is top-tier toxic behavior. The judge catching her in a lie and calling out her blatant bull within the first 5 minutes is everything. Bro really thought she was immune to consequences. Reality check pending.
Exactly.
Leaving his stuff out there, he's
So-
already saying it was damaged.
You,
I
you
don't want.
just lied to the court. You just lied to
No,
the
I did
court.
not know.
You did know. You did know. That's
He didn't
physically,
show up. No, he did not show up when he was supposed to. There was time set in June for him to come. He didn't show. I didn't know if he was gonna show or not. I wasn't gonna take a chance of leaving his stuff sitting out there.
Mr. Ainley,
Your Honor, if it need be, I've got two witnesses that came with me with two trailers to load my personal property up. Her and her ex-fiance was out there. Her middle son Dylan was out there. They were all out there. She walked up and down the driveway following me, trying to talk to me. So that's all I gotta say. She was there. She knew the date. She knew the time. I was there about 10 minutes after I think it was I really can't recall the exact time on the
Mr. Ainley,
clock.
I believe she knew the date. I believe she knew the time. She just lied to the court.
Yes,
I do
ma'am.
not find her credible at all.
Reimbursement of all of the reinstatement fees that I've had to pay for the mortgage payments and legal fees. The property was really, really close to being foreclosed on. I mean, within days, and I wasn't aware of this. The mortgage is just in my name because Rachel couldn't have her name on anything. She had so many judgments against her. So it's just in my name. The mortgage is through Cross Country Mortgage. I've got a reinstatement amount here that is paid. It's $10,059.40. That is current. And you've got copies of this is the reinstatement amount.
What number am I looking at? What exhibit number?
Where are we at with exhibit numbers?
Which
It's
document?
it's the Cross Country Mortgage ones. Oh, I apologize. You didn't get these. I apologize. This wasn't in the stack. Actually, it was. It's a Cross Country Mortgage reinstatement.
All right, I see it now. It is exhibit 1 and it says $10,059.40.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the amount you're seeking?
Toward the end, yes, ma'am.
Is that the amount you paid?
That's the amount that was added on and part of the amount that I paid. This is the amount I paid, yes, ma'am.
You'll get the chance. And you're saying that you paid this amount to keep it from going into foreclosure?
Not the total amount, no, ma'am. Part of it went on the back of the loan.
Okay, now explain.
I've got the paper for that too. I've got the total payoff on it.
So what are you asking?
I have copies of the payoffs here, 3 copies. And with the legal fees that I had tacked on here, that's going on the loan that I don't feel that I should be responsible for because I pulled it out of foreclosure. And I've been making the payments for the last probably 7 or 8 months. I've got everything here.
Which are what?
I've got my bank statement payments where I've made the payments on
Exhibit 5. Your bank statements. Yes, that's what you're asking for?
yes, ma'am. And then this is copies of the payoff. I mean, it shows I've got 3 copies of this also. It's going to be needed here in a few minutes.
Okay. You want to mark it?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead and mark it. Now explain what I'm looking at.
This is, okay, I'm going to kind of jump back and forth just a little bit here on the reason I received this. I've received 5 letters in the mail from mortgage companies and lending companies stating what the payoff is where they requested payoffs on the loan. And my loan and mortgage information was all sealed. No one had access to it at all because my ex-wife here tried to get in to find out a payoff on it about 6 months ago. And they told her, no, you can't. Tim's gonna have to get that for you. So anyways, I got 5 letters in the mail from 5 different loan companies and a title company stating that someone requested the payoff. So I got a letter from 5 different companies for people that requested the payoff, and they sent it to them. So I called them yesterday and to find out why. And they said, well, you signed a release form on November the 5th of this month to release information for your payoff. I said, no, ma'am, I did not. And I said, ask her if she could email that to me. She said, yes. So she emailed it to me, and my name has been forged on this paper. It is not my signature. And the owner is not Rachel Ainley as far as the loan goes, what's on the loan mortgage papers. So she forged my name on this paper to get the payoffs on my personal information.
Who did?
Ainley, please be quiet.
My ex-wife has signed my name multiple times when we were married. I give her permission to do that when we were married. Nobody else knows my social security number but her. She knows it by heart. And on the November the 5th this year, she signed my name for release of my personal information on my banking information. It's I'm pretty upset about this. I mean, it's like a total breach of my confidentiality and everything else in my personal business. The lady called me yesterday from a title company. Let me get I'm just nervous. A lady called me yesterday from a title company. She said, Mr. Ainley, we have a check for dividends for the sale of your property on North Boston Road. I said, a check for what? She said, well, we're closing on that on the 23rd. I said, absolutely not. This is in legal issues right now. I said, no. I said, I'm not getting a check. So anyways, I told her my name was forged to get the payoff and the information on this mortgage. And so she didn't say anything else. She hung up. But in the meantime, I'm in the house. I've got a paper here from Leon from Grasswood Realty where she refused $197,000 offer a few months back.
And that is exhibit number 3.
This is not my signature.
I don't have that in front of me. I don't know what you're referring to. This is not my signature. Are you going to have the court review that and look at that?
I gave copies to everyone.
Where is that? In what document? Oh, that is the first page of exhibit number 1.
Yes, ma'am. I apologize for that. I tried to keep it in order.
Oh, all right. Oh, and it has social security numbers on it that need to be redacted.
Yes.
Where it's signed. And it looks like Timothy Ainley on 11/5/24, and then it's Rachel Ainley on 11/5/24 with social security numbers. That is not your signature.
No, ma'am.
You did not sign that authorization to obtain information.
Absolutely not. This was signed 3 days before we had our court hearing on the 8th of this month when you postponed the court date to today.
I'm going to tell you that I'm looking at the dates and the social security numbers as they are written, and they look exactly like they're written by Miss Ainley. The dates and the social security numbers as written, the 8s are identical. I'm not a handwriting expert, not one who has went to school, but I'm going to tell you just by looking at it, Miss Ainley, I'm going to tell you, you did this.
No, ma'am.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Where would I have signed it? I haven't been anywhere to sign anything.
Your name is signed on this.
I'm not
These
Rachel
dates are
Ainley.
stop talking over me. You did this, Miss Ainley. You
Mhm.
signed this, Miss
I
Ainley. You signed this.
No, I
You
didn't.
did this.
No, ma'am. I promise you I didn't.
Oh, you can promise all you want. You are not credible.
okay,
You did this.
okay.
These dates are the same. This 11/5/24 dates are the same.
They're not though.
They're the same.
You can call Katie. I'm not the one that signed.
I can call Katie.
Yes, ma'am. I did not sign.
You didn't sign in front of Katie.
I didn't sign at all.
Oh, so somebody forged your name
Ma'am,
too?
I have not signed anything. I was supposed to sign with title company on Wednesday and I didn't.
Oh, so I have two fraudulent transactions here. Somebody forged your name, your
Yes, ma'am.
social security number and yours. That's good. I need to let the district attorney know right now. We have two fraudulent transactions done. Not only do we have it for you, Mr. Ainley.
Oh, she is completely head. You do not forge documents to steal a house and expect to get away with a slap on the wrist. When the judge casually drops the, "I'm calling the district attorney" bomb, reality just hit Rachel like a 10-ton freight train. She thought she was some criminal mastermind, but she literally just secured herself a felony charge. Justice is coming in scorching hot.
But we have it for Mrs. Ainley too.
I mean, you could check signatures even. I don't sign like
I
that.
don't believe that at all.
Okay, that's whatever. It is whatever. Not next day's gonna change it.
If I wouldn't have gotten these letters from these loan companies, from my mortgage company stating that these 5 lenders requested my payoff information, I would have never known that there was any type of fraudulent activity going on at all.
This is not fraudulent.
I'm looking at 22 CV 88, Rachel Ainley versus Timothy Ainley, your injunction request that you filled out. The signatures look almost identical,
Almost.
almost
They're
identical.
not me, I promise. Forging signatures, risking getting felonies, no, not worth it. I'd walk away from the house before I do that. Not stupid.
Almost identical. The signature Rachel Ainley on 22 CV 87, 22 CV 88, Rachel Ainley signature, almost identical.
Almost. It's not
You
me.
can't sign your name the exact same every way. I don't sign my name the exact same every way, Miss Ainley.
I didn't say that. But it wasn't me. I'm not an Ainley. I wouldn't sign Ainley.
It says Rachel Ainley. Because
Exactly.
you want to know what? Rachel Ainley owns the house, not Rachel Hess. So you have to sign it Rachel
See,
Ainley.
I don't know that. I didn't know that.
I have what bank statements I could acquire from all of the payments I made and the electric bills I've had to pay to keep turn the electrics back on at the house there. I even paid their cell phone bill, so my children have my older daughter have her phone. My 2 younger ones don't have a phone yet. I don't know all that, but I just have statements here and bank statements of what I paid out and what come out of my account with my debit cards or whatever I paid with. I've got a 3,564.71. That's all the statements on the house payments that I made. And some of them are for $660. That's because that was the $660 was the previous payment amount on our mortgage. And when I got it modified to pull it out of foreclosure twice, the payments went down to I believe it's 564 something, I believe. Anyways, now that it's remodified, I sent off a loan modification contract yesterday morning through FedEx. We signed them to keep the house afloat, keep from losing it. I'm still continuing to make the payments on the property. If not, I would lose everything, my whole life savings. Anytime my ex-wife has gotten any large amount or large sum of money, it's never spent on what it's supposed to. Bills, kids' bills first. like I said, about 5 years ago, we were involved in a serious accident, her and I, in Hayward. She got a 40-something thousand settlement, never paid him payment on the house. And then, like I said, I got in some legal trouble back in May. And I was incarcerated in Polk County for a couple months. So I was totally ghosted out of everything. And when I was released and went into a sober living home, I started getting mail after I had my forwarding address to my home now. And I found out that it was going into foreclosure, and I caught it within like 4 or 5 days before it actually was foreclosed on. So I've done everything in my means. I can't do it anymore. I mean, you know, I can't keep paying $1,085 a month child support, a mortgage payment. Plus we have to pay $600 a month at Onyx Silver Living Place. It's an awesome Christian living home. I have to pay $600 a month there on top of gas and food. And I'm trying to get steady work, and it's like, which this is coming through good too. But anyways, I just can't do it anymore financially. I mean, if it wasn't for God keeping me strong in my mind, I don't know. I would have lost it even worse than what I did back the last year and a half over this divorce. All
right.
I want is what I believe I deserve and what I have invested in the material things that's there now on the property and the home. And that's not even counting the things I've lost over the 17 years being married to her.
All right. In addition to that, now, what were you asking of the court with regards to Exhibit 6 in this? Was this just an exhibit to show the court what is remaining on the mortgage?
Yes, ma'am. That was the request for a payoff.
Okay,
From
just
other-
showing me what is
And
left
I
to
have
pay off.
5 of those, so I gave everybody one for the proof of the payoff that's current.
All right. Okay, Miss Ainley, this is not your time for testimony. You will get time to testify and to provide your own evidence for the court. This is your time to provide or to ask questions of Mr. Ainley as it relates to his evidence and his testimony to the court. Do you have questions for Mr. Ainley?
Yes, I do.
You may begin.
When did you purchase this stuff? Because a lot of it, you never had when we were married.
And I'm going to state for the record by stuff, you're referring to what he has listed in.
Oh, yeah,
his-
like a DeWalt cordless drill combo. $900? Really? Where'd this come from?
I purchased that one.
I've got plenty of witnesses.
Should have brought them with you.
Oh, I should have.
I purchased those, that DeWalt cordless skill saw drill, hammer drill set with a sawzall in it. I purchased that in Nashville, Tennessee when we moved down there when I started my remodeling business. We owned property down there at the time also. I believe I purchased that at a Lowe's building center. To my knowledge, yes.
Am I okay to talk now?
Next question.
Okay, your Husqvarna Zero Turn. How'd you get it on the trailer?
It
You
started up-
drove it.
Well, let me answer. It started up for a minute and oil blew off the side of it, and then we had to take a come-along winch and winch it up on the trailer to get it on the trailer.
And your four-wheeler?
Same with the
Nothing was wrong
four-wheeler.
with
The
it.
motor was busted out of the four-wheeler. It would not run. We had to push that up on the trailer.
No,
Well, I thought you weren't out there when the stuff was
It is
loaded.
not for comments.
it was on my property.
And it's not for comments or for testimony. It's for questions of Mr. Ainley.
Yes, ma'am. The four-wheeler is totally destroyed. It was not runnable. It would have cost more to repair it than to purchase another one.
Okay, and then where did you get the price for the furniture in the basement? Because that stuff came from a thrift store, not $3,500.
No, ma'am, the furniture did not come from a thrift store.
Yes, ma'am, or yes, it
It
is.
was. Ask to answer. I'll wait, excuse me, I apologize. I'll wait till I ask to answer that question. The furniture was brand new. I went and done voluntary work for a gentleman over in, I believe it was outside of Siren. I helped him cut wood, and the man traded me my labor because we were doing voluntary wood work, cutting and splitting wood, and I was helping him deliver some stuff. It was all community service work, and I was volunteering my time. And I helped him load and move some furniture into a storage unit. And I said, I believe the guy's name was Dan. I don't know. It's been so many years. It's been probably 8, 9 years ago. But anyways, I said, oh, that's a nice love seat and couch and ottoman and chair. I said, that's beautiful. It looked good down in the basement that I just remodeled. He said, well, I tell you what, load it up and you can have it. So the price on that furniture, the furniture was brand new. It wasn't even used. I mean, it doesn't matter whether I paid for it or not. It was mine and it was awarded to me. And if I wanted to go buy another set just like it, I couldn't even really, I looked stuff up online, like at some of the furniture stores, and that was the closest range I could come to. And that was the lowest, one of the lower, low end prices on something that was even similar to it.
Ms. Ainley, I'm not hearing anything to contradict anything that Mr. Ainley has told me with regards to the property.
His property is there. Everything he left. Nobody has touched it.
Don't believe you. I don't believe
You
you.
could send somebody there.
I
It's there.
see pictures.
That was stuff that was put in his truck while he was there. That is not what I sent for him.
I can always do an order that he can go and retrieve property, and with a dollar amount order, and if he retrieves property and it's not damaged, then that property, it diminishes the dollar amount that he gets. But I don't have any contradictory evidence. I don't have,
I don't
And
know
I
what I
told-
don't know what I can give you.
Miss Ainley, I told you exactly what to give me on November 8th. I said, I need pictures, I need testimony, I need things. And what you needed to do then was you knew what he would be looking for. You knew what property was his or what he would be seeking.
And it's
So-
still his.
So you knew though, you have a cell phone, you have a camera, pictures. You could have brought pictures and said, look, judge, not damaged, still working. That's exactly what I told you to do. I told both of you I needed evidence. You needed to come here prepared. This was your day. This was it. This was the one and only day both of you would get. I was very clear with both of you, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Very clear with both of you. This was your day to come prepared. Very clear. Without going out myself and taking the pictures and doing the case myself, I was very clear at what both of you needed to do. And you didn't come prepared to do that. Except you're coming and you're saying, it's all there, it's fine. But I'm hearing testimony that's saying it's not fine. I'm seeing pictures where it's not fine. And quite honestly, Miss Ainley, I hear testimony and I see things that show you're not credible. I believe you're not credible.
Okay.
I fully believe you forged his name.
No, ma'am.
I fully believe you forged
And
his
how
name.
would I do it?
Hi, pen, hi, paper. Let's write Tim Ainley.
No.
I'm not blind. I can see.
Well,
And
maybe
I've
we should have
taken
someone look at it then.
judicial notice. I've been doing this job a long time. I look at your signature on 2 documents where
Yes.
you've signed.
Look at his.
I have. It's
I
not
don't-
his
It's
signature.
not mine.
This is your signature,
No.
Rachel
Can
Ainley.
you call Katie? I didn't sign.
Then you were not looking to sell this property because this is what it took to sell the
I
property.
can't sign. You told me we couldn't sign
Sign what?
the papers yet.
You didn't sign the papers. This was to try and get a payoff, to try and get the offer.
I've made
what
no
you
attempt to
got.
get payoff. They do. The company does. I make no attempt. I have not made any attempts.
Need payoff, please.
See, it's sincerely Katie, not Rachel. And Katie is wherever that is.
Miss Ainley, the more you talk, the more you're digging your hole.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm telling you.
I strongly encourage you not to, because this is all taken down
Okay,
and this is a transcript and the district attorney can get this transcript.
okay, that's fine. Because I don't have anything to hide. I don't. I would have plenty of witnesses, but you didn't want kids here.
I said, bring witnesses.
I wouldn't put my kids through it.
And I think that that is the best thing that you could do
That's who I had.
as a mother. Because quite honestly, that was a terrible,
It was.
awful thing that happened at that other
So by
hearing.
not bringing them, I have no credibility. So just order what you're gonna, order what you're gonna. I just want it done. I want,
If either of you put your children in the middle, you are awful parents.
that's why they're not here. That's why I have no witnesses. Because all I had was my kids.
No, you don't. Miss Ainley?
Yes, it was. It was.
You can stop crying because tears,
I'm not crying because of that.
again,
You're
telephone.
not listening.
You're not listening. Stop crying. Stop that. Telephone pictures say 1,000 words. Stop it. This
just order
boo-hoo,
what you're gonna-
cry means nothing.
Okay.
See? No tears. Nothing.
Oh, I got none now.
I know, because they're not real.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Okay.
fall for those
Okay.
tears. So now, do you have any
No.
proof or any evidence? Because quite honestly, right now, there's nothing in your favor.
I guess not.
Because I fully believe, Mr. Ainley, in a divorce where you get along and it's amicable or somewhat amicable, you can list tools. In a divorce with gasoline and fire, like this, gasoline and fire, you list everything out exactly what it is, word for word, item for item, value for value, not tools. Because it makes it very hard when we're here in November 21st, 2024, when this divorce was March of 2023. And I can't go back and say, okay, now what tools did you really have during the marriage? You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I wish I could, because I do find you more credible, Mr. Ainley. Although in this divorce, it's hard to find credibility.
Can I add something, Your Honor?
No,
Okay.
and it's hard to find, you sold the pontoon, that's taken care of. The tools, it's hard to find. There's a generator, the Ford Ranger, you sold that. There's chainsaws ×3. It's very hard to determine the value of the property that you listed at the date of divorce. And that's what I have to go off of. I can't go off of what you identified here today.
The day of the divorce, my attorney, Adam Benson
I can't
asked,
hear what your attorney
I said-
said or told you.
Uh.
I can't hear that. And it's not that I can't hear you because you're soft spoken right now. It's because what happened at your date of divorce happened at your date of divorce. That's the past. It should have happened at the date of divorce. So lesson learned. Next time you get divorced, if it's gasoline and fire, you make sure that you have a list identifying each and every item. Because otherwise, if you say tools, you might get a screwdriver and a hammer. You are entitled to have some of your property, and I can identify some items here because some do correlate from this list, this personal property list from the date of divorce to the list that you have provided here, such as the generator, and you do have the chainsaws. You have all personal belongings, and I guess I can equate that to some of your clothing. And you have the furniture in the basement and the TV in the basement. I don't know if you listed the small trailer. But all in all, in looking at what you're asking for today, when you go through a divorce, at the time of divorce, the judge says, you understand that after today, you can't come back and say, you know what, judge, I forgot to ask for something, because that date is done. You only get what you ask for at the date of divorce. And those are what's listed in Exhibit 1. And if I'm calculating correctly in Exhibit 1 minus what you've already received, I'm having an issue with the clothing because I can't decipher if you've had how many shoes and boots and coats and jackets and all of those things you've had. I do know that they are worth, clothing is worth a lot. Ms. Ainley, do you have an idea of how much clothing in a dollar amount he would be entitled to? You have an
I had
amount?
no idea his sucking got burnt, ma'am.
Do you have an idea of how much you would stipulate to?
I don't.
Well, in looking at Commissioner's order, I see that you are entitled to $21,000 still from the original order from the findings of fact. The court is going to order $3,564.71 from the house payments, from reimbursement for the house payments, the house insurance, and the other bills. From Commissioner's order, there is also $5,008.14 for the 9 mortgage payments. I am going to order, wait, what did I just say? 9,000?
3,564.71 from house payments, house insurance and other bills, and then 5,081.14 from the 9 mortgage payments.
Yeah, that was wrong because it added something else. So there's, so 554, 6 times 9. It's $4,990.14
The commissioner.
from the commissioners. $554.46 in the additional payment. $554.46 in that additional payment from Exhibit 4. And in my calculation, with all of the personal property that I can see in Exhibit 1, document 36 from the original divorce as compared to what is requested for today in the itemized list of items, I am seeing $18,200 for a total of $48,309.31. Plus, there is an additional $10,059.40 reinstatement fee. That the court is awarding, and I'm awarding $15,000 because I do believe that is a penalty. Because I do fully believe that Ms. Ainley fraudulently signed his name. So there is a total of $64,368.71.
Wait, one more time.
64,000 what?
$64,368.71. That is to be paid to Mr. Ainley from the proceeds of the sale of the home. If the home is not to be sold, if it's not sold tomorrow as expected, then the court is going to order that the home is going to be remitted over to Mr. Ainley for ownership instead of Miss Ainley.
Your Honor, the latest to close was December 30th.
Thought it was gonna close tomorrow.
We were supposed to, but he refused.
Well, then it can close.
If they're willing now.
If not, then I'm ordering that, if it doesn't close, then, ownership of the home, turns
Then
over to
how do
Mr.
I-
Ainley.
Rest in pieces, Rachel. The judge stripping her of the house, slapping her with a massive $64,368 judgment, and reading her to absolute filth for being a manipulative, vengeful beat is the most satisfying karma I have seen all year. She literally around and found out the hard way. Enjoy that $64,000 debt and get out of this man's life. Justice served.
How is that fair to me and the kids?
How is it fair? Because I fully believe you signed
I
his
did
name.
not.
I
What do I
fully
have to do to
believe,
prove it?
Ms. Ainley, I fully believe that you have destroyed his property.
I
That
did
you
not.
have burned his property, that you have sold his property, that you have thrown away his property, that you have done everything to keep him from having his property, that I believe that you have done everything.
Well, if somebody goes to the house, you'll see it's
And
not
you have
true.
been totally
Okay,
vengeful.
Well, so
Now,
you think, yep.
he can go and retrieve his property. And if Mr. Ainley, you have the ability to go to the property. You're still at the property, Miss Ainley?
I won't be.
When? You're out of the property? You moved out of the property?
I will be tomorrow.
You've moved out of the property
I
tomorrow?
won't stay there.
So are you moving out of the
Yes, I
property?
am.
And you're living somewhere else?
I'm going to, yes.
Okay,
I don't have a choice.
all right. So you can go to the property tomorrow and retrieve all of your property.
Time,
You can look all day. She's not gonna be there anymore.
What
And
if it's
apparently
locked?
the house is going to be sold.
what if it's locked up?
Well, you would have the ability to, you would have the ability to have a locksmith come and, go into the property.
Your Honor, what if he takes more than what's his?
He is ordered to only take his property, and that would be anything that is on the list that you have. He is not to remove anything else but anything on that
happen.
list.
I will make sure I have a witness with me, take pictures, man.
All right, so you can go tomorrow and, you have all day if you want.
One more question, Your Honor. The amount that I was awarded, the 64,368.71, if she closes on that property, is that mortgage company that's buying the house or whatever, they have to cut me a check for that
Yes, they
amount
do.
before I can
Yes,
close on
they
it?
have to cut you a check for that amount.
Yes, ma'am.
And so, Miss Ainley, it's not going to close tomorrow now?
I have no idea.
Well, if it doesn't close, then again, the court is awarding the home to Mr. Ainley.
As of tomorrow, I have 1 day.
It was supposed to close tomorrow. That is why
Yes,
this
but
court,
he refused. He told them no.
but here's the thing,
But
the-
that's why they went to December.
Miss Ainley, and the court specifically held this hearing today.
I
So
know.
it can close
I know.
tomorrow.
I know.
Did you not recall that I had a
Yes, ma'am.
mandatory
Yes.
education course that I had to have today?
Yes, but I don't have control over them. I don't.
You had it set to close
Yes.
today.
I had it set to close tomorrow.
If it closes tomorrow, Your Honor, I'll sign whatever needs to sign. That's not,
Yes,
that's not gonna slow up any
You
closing.
can contact them and the court will prepare an order here today and I will have it done here shortly.
Yes, ma'am.